I think we're just playing well together right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have an edge over the other teams because of it. So I'm just really excited to actually, playing these 3 games this weekend.
Hi everyone, this is Tom reporting from the LEC Summer Split, and with me here is Jeskla, the bot laner of Astralis, who had a 1-1 weekend, losing to Mad Lions, but also grabbing a very important win in their playoffs run. So Jeskla, it's now a few days after the weekend has concluded. Have you reflected a bit on the weekend, or are you already looking ahead at the next one?
I've been kind of looking forward to the next weekend, honestly. I think it was a fine weekend. I think we played pretty good both games. I mean, I think we should have won the first game.
Mm-hmm.
So I was quite sad after the night there. But other than that, I'm feeling really excited for the upcoming week.
Yeah, and something I think I at least noticed in the past 2 games is that you guys are very proactive, especially
Mm.
in the early game. Is that something that you guys have been trying to do more? Because it's been a bit of a notorious thing and a
Yeah,
meme that Astralis' early game was pretty weak.
yeah,
So.
yeah. I mean, for sure. I guess we always had focus on early game. I think in scrims we have been playing like, you know, pretty early game based and like doing pretty good in early game. Um, it just hasn't translated to actually official games.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like at least like I think when we play on stage, I think everyone feels more natural, feels better. Um, so I think maybe that has to do something with it. But also we for sure have gotten out better, right? I
Mm-hmm.
think we play really well together. Everyone is on the same page, which for sure helps. I don't know. I think it's just like been quite unfortunate that we always, we're very far behind from early game.
Mm-hmm.
I think it probably comes from the drafts, like how we draft. Also, we draft like more, team fight based, and so it has a lot of how do you say? It has a lot to do with it, but also we haven't been playing very, very good early game, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and for you, how has it been to make this shift over the past 2 weeks to play this more proactive early game as we saw last weekend? Is that, I don't know, is that something that came natural to you? Is it like, okay, well, I'm just gonna YOLO and go in, or?
I mean, at least for me, I've
Mm-hmm.
always been like a early game. Like I want to play aggressive at any point of the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
It just depends on like champions, like what my teammates can do, what I can do, right? So for me, it comes very natural, uh, but just hasn't been very natural for the team, I
Okay.
guess, in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
we just focus on other things and being strong in other parts of the game.
yeah, so obviously, if you are gonna play proactive early game, you need somebody to be the main voice. Was that something that was
Yeah.
lacking in the team?
Mm, I mean, I think for sure Hampus has stepped up
Mm-hmm.
very much. Like these last weeks, he's been calling a lot of good plays. Uh, even when from behind, right? He's been calling these, kill this guy on side lane, make this TP play happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a huge factor with how we actually come back into these games. So yeah, props him.
Yeah, so he's now in those early games the main voice for you guys.
I mean, it's him and Sansa, right? I think
Okay.
Sansa kind of dictates, and then when Hampus kind of sees a play,
Mm-hmm.
he always calls for it, and he does it. Like for example, with Schalke, he saw that after they ganked Broken Blade, right? The wave was
Mm-hmm.
slow pushing towards him, and he saw the wave, and then he just called that they're gonna dive on this wave, and he just was there in time and made it happen.
Yeah, and in your preparation for early games, do you study the teams specifically and see what their trends are to nail down, or is that something you think more of with the draft they have?
I mean, it's more about draft and
Mm.
more about our draft, right? What we can do, and we always try to do whatever we can do with the champions, right? It's not so much about enemy. Of course, enemy matters with how much they punish and how many windows they give, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think we always, try to focus on ourselves and see what we can actually do.
Right, right. Well, it's been a bit surprising, I guess, for for many viewers to see that Assad is now such a strong contender for this playoff spot. And talking about the team in comparison to Excel and Vitality and SK Gaming, who are still in the running as well for that playoff spot, what do you think the edge is that you guys have?
I mean, honestly, I think we just play really well together.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're all on the same page. We had a lot of time together now. Yeah, like half spring, whole summer, right? While Excel have changed the younger support the split.
Mm-hmm.
Vitality just did like a completely new roster basically
Mm-hmm.
for summer. And I think I mean we're good friends outside. We talk a lot. We're open about the issues we have with each other, the problems we have like as a team. So I think it's just like a lot of honesty,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone has the same goal to make playoffs.
Right, and but you don't think there's anything specifically in game that you guys are better than
Uh,
those teams, or is it just
I mean,
that?
I do think that our team play
Mm-hmm.
is way better, right? With you know how how we play when we make on how we play when there's a play happening. How everyone is a part of the actually plan.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's actually huge with how we team fight, right? How we play together has a lot to do with it. Because I think I mean, we are for sure one of the better teams with how well we actually play together. It's
Mm-hmm.
not obviously our early games kind of lacking
Yeah.
in most of the games, but actually how we play together and how we problem solve, um, like when we're behind, I think has a lot to do with it.
Mm-hmm. Right, but looking forward, looking at the schedule, I think you're statistically favored to make
Yeah,
it out, but also if I look at the schedule, you're only playing against direct competitors
yeah,
for this playoff spot. So it it seems like Astralis must is it's kind of you cannot not make it
yeah,
realistically
yeah.
speaking. Is that something you feel as well, and maybe does it add any pressure to the
Mm,
situation?
I mean, for sure, it's a bit of pressure, right? But
Mm-hmm.
at least for myself, I'm very confident. Uh, I'm very excited, to play this weekend because
Mm-hmm.
I really believe in our team, right?
Yeah.
I think if we win like first two games, then I think it's very high chance that we make playoffs. I
Mm-hmm.
think almost even locked, depending on how the games goes.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're just playing well together right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have an edge over the other teams because of it. So I'm just really excited actually, playing these three games this weekend.
Yeah. Is there anything you guys do to combat those nerves?
And I think everyone has their own way of dealing with them.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have like 1-2 hours before the game to actually, do your own thing, do whatever helps you with the nerves, right? I think we're
What do you
all.
do in those 2 hours?
I mean, usually I talk with my girlfriend, I listen to music, play a game or two.
Mm-hmm.
It's just getting these like nerves in control. Thinking about other things, just calming myself.
Mm-hmm.
Because never really had issues with nerves. I mean, I had it like in the first like spring split,
Mm-hmm.
first few weeks. I had like coming back to LEC, it's kind of it was a bit nervous, yeah. But after that, I haven't really had any nerves, and I was really excited to actually play on stage. I think it's so much fun, especially playing in the studio also.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much fun to me. So
Yeah.
it's more about fun than actually thinking about anything else.
Right. And I know this is maybe a bit far, but
Mm.
are you already thinking about, okay, what if we make playoffs and what if we make a deep run? Is that something you dare dream about yet?
No, not really. No, not really. I haven't really thought about it honestly. It's
Mm-hmm.
more about actually making playoffs now. That's
Mm-hmm.
the most important. Um, not losing all three games this weekend would be nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I thank you very much for joining me, Jeskla.
Thank.
For you, hopefully, you guys are gonna have a good weekend. But obviously, I'm just here to watch the best League of Legends possible, so I can.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not taking any sides there. But again, thank you so much for joining me, and good
Thank you.
luck next weekend.
Thank you so much.